Hello, and it says it's showtime, so let's do a showtime for you guys today. Hello, all my friends and followers here in Facebook land or in social media land. Welcome to my go live today on Wicked Wild Wow Wednesday, whatever you want to say with the W's. Let's just show this across the bottom here. Wow Wednesday. It's Wow Wednesday, and I want to share some things with you today. Are you interested in learning some new skills? Are you interested in investing in yourself? In some things are free, but not all of them are free. So you have to sometimes spend a little bit of money to make a little bit of money. Have you ever heard of the saying, "How do you eat an elephant?" Can you give me any answers there, anybody? You eat it one bite at a time. So what I'm trying to get at with that is that it takes baby steps to get anywhere in life. You can't all be perfect, and you can't do everything right off the get-go unless you're an extremely gifted person, extremely knowledgeable about everything online. Hello, Beth. Thank you for popping in here. Appreciate it. Yeah, so like I said, everybody can't do everything all at once. So we have to take baby steps. So I'll get into that a little bit here after I let you know who I am. My name is Heather Edmondson, and I'm coming at you live here on my lunch break. I'm home here for lunch on Wednesday here at noon in Western Canada, in Alberta. So yeah, tell me some of the things that you are trying to deal with right now over all this craziness that's going on. If I'm looking down every once in a while, it's just because I have a couple notes to keep me on track. Otherwise, I get squirrel moments and I go off on a different direction, and that's not where we want to go. So we all have goals and dreams, but do we put too much pressure on ourselves and make these dreams too unattainable, make them unrealistic? I know a lot of people, because a lot of people are home right now and having to deal with homeschooling their kids and maybe working from home and stuff, that they think, oh, I'm going to get all of this stuff done, and they put great big huge goals on themselves that they could never ever achieve, especially right now when things are so crazy, when you have little ones running around taking up your time, or you have people phoning you trying to even just have a visit with you when you're trying to maybe work a business from home. You have to set up some boundaries for these people, for your friends phoning you and your family phoning you and saying, I'm going to be working from this time to that time, and just let them know that ahead of time. Trying to reach these goals, you might have to break it down into, like I said, bite-sized pieces. When you're trying to eat that elephant, you have to break it down and then do baby steps to get there. So if you have a goal, say it's a year from now, in a year from now, I want to be XYZ, whatever it is, set up some goals for every day what you need to achieve, every week what you need to achieve, every month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is, 6 months, and etc. down the line, and then work backwards from that goal. Work backwards from that goal so that you can actually see it in snippets of time of little baby steps that you can actually achieve. It's like the saying, have you ever heard the saying that Rome was never built in one day? They did a lot of research into building the aqueducts and how they were going to get the water from point A to point B, and they were really quite innovative for the time and all the stuff that they did. But it wasn't one big huge thing that happened all in a get-go. They checked out the ground. They did prep to the ground. They built the foundation. They brought in the bricks and the mortar and masons to build all those bricks and mortar and put them together properly so that they would stay and be a proper structure for a long time. So every little brick is like a little step in your time frame, in your goal towards working towards your goal for your end game. So, but to get those goals and to achieve those goals, you sometimes need to go and learn the skills. You can't just go buy a hammer and expect that you can build a house one day when you've never built a house before. And then you go back to the hardware store and you buy another hammer because you think, well, that hammer didn't work, so let me try this hammer. And then it still doesn't work because you still haven't been taught, or you still haven't learned the skills on how to build a house. So it's no different than trying to build a business online. You need to learn the skills, and you need to chunk them out in baby steps of time so that you learn them properly and you move in the right direction. Each little goal has a different task to achieve. So sometimes you have to reach out and find somebody else that knows all of these skills, somebody else that's knowledgeable. Hello, Laurie. Thank you for popping in here, girl. You have to reach out and find a mentor to follow, maybe, or somebody that you can look up to, somebody that you maybe follow on their social media and see how they're maybe trying to do some things. We all have to learn these skills. It's like if you were wanting to be an athlete, or you were wanting to be a musician, or you wanted to be that person that was a public speaker and got up in front of people and stood on stage and actually talked about things that would make you crazy and make you so nervous that you would never be able to get up on stage. Beth's got a little comment. It's good to have goals, and sometimes we have to have a mentor to push you. Yes, we need to have somebody to sometimes kick us in the butt to make us go in the right direction. It's just like, remember, your parents would say to you, it's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. But when I actually made my kids have an alarm clock in their room, and they were made to be accountable to be waking up to that alarm clock, and they were late for the bus because they didn't wake up on time for that from that alarm clock, because I had gone to work, because now I was working before they got up to go to school. They were the ones that missed school, and they were the ones that were accountable for their actions. So sometimes having that mentor to kick you in the butt, just like having a parent to hold your hand and give you the direction, is what we all need. So hello, Janet. Janet's popping on. Hello, girl. Thank you for popping in here. Thank you, Laurie. Looking rested today. Well, I'm not rested because I was up at 4:45 so that I could get my hour workout in and shower and get dressed and get to work before 8 o'clock this morning. So now I'm here with you guys. So that's awesome. As I was saying, you need somebody to kick you in the butt and get you going. Over the last few weeks here, we've had I'm working with a mentor myself, and she has kicked us in the butt to make us a daily method of operation, so that we will follow steps to make sure that we are reaching the goals the goals that we have set out for ourselves and the goals that she has set out for us. And we meet with her every so often, and then she goes over the stuff, and yeah, she will, for sure. If we don't meet our targets that we have set out for ourselves, she is going to kick us in the butt. So like I said, having that mentor to give you the direction and teach you some of these skills, maybe, like I said, a carpenter to teach you how to build a house, the same kind of thing. Coach to teach you how to become a better athlete. It's all the same things. And sometimes that doesn't come for free. Sometimes you have to pay and invest in yourself to learn to get the skills properly. Another thing that we're learning through this online space is how to advertise. Now, if somebody ever talked to you about going into network marketing, MLM, digital business, that kind of stuff, and said that it was ever going to be easy, they're kind of pulling the wool over your eyes, because it's not easy. You have to learn how to invest your money and learn what to put it into. If you're just throwing an ad up there and not learning all the different kinds of ads that there are out there and how they work and how they can work for your business, for your space on social media, then you are wasting your money. You're maybe letting an ad run that isn't doing anything properly, that isn't getting the right targeted audience that it's going out to, isn't getting the right engagement. And for people that don't know what those words mean, that's when you have to seek out some of us that are learning these things, and we can explain it in more detail. I can give you a whole bunch of big words, and you might not even know what they mean. Like there's 3 main types of ads out there that you need to be running. You need to learn how to run an engagement ad, which is people liking your page, bringing eyes to your page. And from a engagement ad, it has to go to a traffic ad where you're driving more people to your page. And from a traffic ad, hopefully it'll go to a conversion ad. And when it goes to a conversion ad, then the people will actually go to your page and click on something and be taken to somewhere else, and maybe be interested in maybe what you are doing and what you're all about. So if you don't do it in the proper steps, like I said, you're throwing maybe your good money after bad, and not reaching to the right people. You have to learn. You have to learn how to brand yourself. So that means that you have to learn who you want to reach. You want to learn who you are actually trying to market to target. It's called target, your target audience, and you want to target the interests that those people have. And when somebody asks you, what are you doing here on social media? What is it exactly that you do? You should be able to answer it just like that and say, like for myself, I'm here to help other entrepreneurs learn how to move their businesses through social media into this online space, and do it properly with attraction marketing skills and mentorship, learning how to run ads, learning how to check your metrics to see if these ads are working, and that type of stuff. So if you're finding some value from some of these things that I am talking about, then we can talk about it at a different space of time. And yeah, hopefully you found some value in that today. So you have to learn who you want to target. You have to learn that it's not about whoever company that you're working for, whatever you are selling. It's about learning how to become yourself and you. That's what's called You Inc. And the people will become attracted to you, and not just to maybe your products or your company, because somewhere down the road, maybe that company won't be a good fit for you anymore, and maybe you would jump in a different direction. But all of those people that are watching you in this online space would maybe go with you too, because they are in it for you and not for necessarily, like I said, the company or the products that you're selling. So becoming laser focused, dialing it in. Let me know if you found any value in some of those things that I've shared with you today, and try and be very, very specific with what you are working towards. And maybe you can chunk it down enough that you will be able to make those baby steps, make that pathway to the next step in your life. And if you found some value, share this with whoever you might think can also gain something from it. And we will talk to you again tomorrow for my Thursday one. So thanks very much, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate all that. Bye-bye.